Hey, it's Emily and welcome back. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing that is not like the other decks I've unboxed. This one is geared towards paranormal investigations. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, my oldest daughter and I, it's kind of like our guilty little pleasure, is we really enjoy watching paranormal investigations. And because she is the age she is, we now kind of watch them on YouTube. And so this is a deck that is created by Celina Spooky Boo, she's huge on YouTube, huge on TikTok. I will drop all of her socials into the description box below and also where to purchase her deck. But this is a deck that she had crafted specifically for paranormal investigations. Now, I don't believe she sees herself as like a tarot reader or an oracle reader or anyone in the cartomancy scene. She's more of like a medium. And so that's kind of the way she interacts with the dead. And so this was a deck that she had crafted. She's used it in her own videos. She finally was able to get it published and make it available to the public, which is really cool. And I am super excited because Celina and her team had sent me this copy for review. It just went live a couple of days ago. So yes, this is a very unique style deck. It would be seen more as like an oracle, but it's different than that, I suppose. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and read you guys what's on the back because I really think that that's super cool. And then we're going to cut into it. So it says, the Infinity Deck is a portal to the spirit realm crafted for those seeking communion with the unseen. With 28 cards forming a sacred triangle in front of you, this ritual invites your guides or spirits to speak through the card you are most drawn to. The messages are hidden until your intuition guides you to the card that should be flipped to reveal the truth. Protection chants included. Play with caution. This is not a game. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for this. Obviously, I do identify as someone who reads tarot, but I also do paranormal investigations, kind of like on my downtime, just something that my oldest daughter and I enjoy doing. And so, yeah, I mean, we were obviously inspired by this from Celina Spooky Boo. There's like Mackie and Amanda. There's Sam and Colby. Obviously, they're really huge. But yeah, I was excited to kind of see some cartomancy make its way into the paranormal investigation scene. And so I'm really excited to just kind of dig into this. Now, obviously, it does still have its plastic, which is really reflective with my ring light. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into it and we will see what it's all about. Okay, let's see. Ooh, it feels so nice. Okay, I'm gonna set this crinkly goodness off to the side. And given that it's spooky season, I figured it's the perfect time for them to obviously release this deck. And so if you're into paranormal investigations, or even literally if you just want clear-cut answers from your spirits, from the dead, from whoever it is that you typically, call on, talk to, whatever, converse when you're using cards, this is going to be a really great, clear and concise addition to your collection. So it says, talk to the spirits, talk to your guides by Veil House Infinity Deck, same as what's on the outside. And then let's see, and this is what the inside of the box looks like. It's really cute. It's like a papery kind of box. but I do like that. I'll set it off over here. Here's our cards. We have some, oh my gosh, that is so cute. We have some more plastic. I'm going to cut that off just so we can get a look. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Okay. So cool. So I'm going to set this off to the side as well. These are our backs, which I think are just literally so adorable. These are so cute. I'm so excited. I did pull in preparation for this video. I did pull my Wild Unknown Archetypes oracle just so we can get a size reference. This is a really well-known mass market deck, and so I know a lot of people have it, and it's the only other circle deck that I have, so I wanted to be able to give you guys like a little bit of a size reference. Now they are slightly bigger, but hardly, just so you can see for reference. Even if I were to center it, it's only like a smidge bit bigger. Now, what is really different is this material. This is not, it does not feel like cardstock. We have a beautiful black matte edging, which I'm a sucker for. This is like a wood almost, or like a really, really thick cardboard. It does have a matte finish on it, which is really nice. But yeah, this is like a thick sort of cardstock or cardboard. I don't know. I like it. It feels durable. Okay. Let's go ahead, since I already flipped this over. Let's see how we begin. It says sit cross-legged or at a table, ground, breathe, place the deck before you, select the chant card and speak the chant into the air of the space. All people joining must say the protection chant, and then you build the triangle. So the way she uses this deck and the way that this deck is designed is you lay 7 cards down in front of you, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it builds a triangle. And that's how it's designed to be used. Set the intention. Let's see, call out to your guides, ancestors, or spirits. Pull. Okay, yeah, you obviously leave the cards face down. And then you kind of let your intuition guide you, and you pull 1 card for each question. Now, it says close the ritual, gather and hold the deck firmly and say, I thank the spirits who walk with me. I hear you. I now close this gate. Caution, communication with the spirit realm is not a game. Please set strong intentions with your protection chant. Love. Okay, so I'm going to put this one over here for a second, and here is our protection chant. I'll read it because why not? It says, connecting to just guides chant. Okay, so this is only if you're connecting with your guides. It says, I call to the ones who walk beside, who whisper truth and gently guide. With open mind and grounded soul, I ask for signs to make me whole. Let only light and love draw near, my trusted guides I welcome here. Okay, I can vibe with that. And then connecting to just external spirits chants, so more for like, you know, any sort of spirits. It says, beyond the veil I speak with care to any spirit willing to share. With guarded space and steady breath I ask for truth, not fear or death. Only those with peace may stay, all others turn and walk away. And then our last one is connecting to anything or just a one-size-fits-all chant. It says, the space is cleared, this triangle cast, let only truth through this moment pass. With heart aligned and quiet mind, I open the way for what I seek to find. No harm may enter, no fear may stay, only what serves me comes my way. I will by word, by steady breath, I welcome wisdom and protect what's left. And then it says, always close the session and say goodbye with intention. I love that we have a protection chant in here. Let's see. Okay, so then this is the deck. And so there's basically, I think it's yes, no, ask again, and don't ask again. But we're just going to go ahead and flip through them. Now, I view this deck as basically like a pendulum. This is like a pendulum in card form, which I really, really think is super fantastic. I don't have anything like this. And I am obviously like a pendulum girly. Mine are over here in this corner. I love pendulums. However, they are so easily manipulated by external forces that sometimes it makes using them like a bigger chore, I feel like, than what's necessary. And so to have a deck like this where we are getting clear-cut answers, I am all about. So some of mine are sticking together just because it's so fresh off the printer. Okay, so we have all of our yes cards. And then we are into our no cards. Trying to be careful when I peel mine apart so they're not tearing at the edging or anything. And then I'm trying to think. So when Celina uses this deck, she just sits down cross-legged on the floor, and they set them up in a triangle, and she closes her eyes, and then she'll start asking yes or no questions. And just to see what this deck looks like in action is really, really cool. And so, yeah, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, and then we have a stop card. Okay. So this is like for really clear cut, straight to the point answers. Don't ask. And then we have one, ask again. So I just think this is a really cool deck. I think it is really, really unique, and I'm super excited. Now, I suppose that you could always take your deck, give it a good shuffle, do whatever it is that you do that gets you in the mood when it comes to card slinging or cardiomancy, anything of that nature, and shuffle and ask a yes or no question, like after you've, called out to a specific spirit, pull a card. I'm pretty sure you could probably use the deck in that way as well, which is not a bad idea. Or you could lay it out in the triangle form and have like a full-fledged like investigation with it, which I think is really cool. But I'll set it up in just a small triangle because obviously I don't have the most space over here. But just to get a little idea of what it looks like when it's set up in a triangle, I think is really fun. Yeah. Let me move these cards out. And so it just kind of like opens up this portal. And I know that one's kind of cut off. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah. And then I obviously haven't shuffled or anything like that, but you just grab a card, you kind of let your hand hover and you figure out which card you're most drawn to, ask your question, and then you can flip it over. And so, yeah, I mean, it's really straight to the point. It's really clear and concise, but again, I don't have any deck like this, and so I'm so excited to kind of see what it's like in action on my end. And yeah, I don't know, guys, this is the Infinity deck. I know this is a little bit different style than what I typically have, but I just think that this is so cool, and it's perfect for the season. It's perfect for all of the spooky shenanigans everyone's getting into. I'm sure you're probably going to hear the phrase time and time again until after Halloween that the veil is so thin. But yeah, I mean, perfect time to kind of grab a copy. And this, again, to me, it's like if you want a pendulum in a deck form, you want that straight yes, no, maybe answer. And you don't want to have to make sure all the windows are closed and sit down and, you know, have your elbow propped up and all of that stuff that could easily affect a pendulum. This is a really, really great alternative for. So I will have the links to everything in the description box below. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this. I'm going to have a spooky deck collection video coming up shortly, and so stick around for that. If this is your jam, if you like this content, go ahead, subscribe, give the video a like. I appreciate you guys. Turn on that little bell, do all of the YouTubey things, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.